Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and welcome to Saturday's Doctor Who Daily. So, what is Doctor Who and why has it been so successful over the years? What is it about the Doctor that people prefer to other characters, to other heroes? The one thing you see from the Doctor from the very off in An Unearthly Child, Doctor Who's very first episode ever, that this is a very flawed character. He is not your archetypal hero. He has major flaws. He's selfish. He's rude. He's obnoxious. You get that from like a minute of seeing him on the TARDIS when he discovers these teachers nosing and spying on his granddaughter. And I think this is what season 11 and Chris Chibnall got wrong. Those elements have been thrown out the window. They've been more interested in saying, well, this is now a woman, so she's going to be flawless, she's going to be perfect. That's not the Doctor. Whatever version of the Doctor we've had, the Doctor's always been flawed and selfish and arrogant in different ways. Some Doctors are not as selfish and as arrogant and as rude as others. Obviously, Peter Capaldi's Doctor in the first season was pretty arrogant and rude, but Clara teaches him a better way. Jodie Whittaker's Doctor is very polite. She has a lot of etiquette, but she's just not the Doctor, and that's the problem. And let me be clear, she's not the Doctor because she's a woman. She's not the Doctor because she's lost the characteristics that have made the Doctor beloved by millions of people around the world, even before the revival. So here we have a problem where what they've decided to do, they've decided to say, right, we've got a woman, but we want a positive kind of role model. But just because someone is arrogant and rude, it doesn't mean they're not a positive role model. In fact, if you look at Batman, he can be very obnoxious, he can be very rough, he can be very rough and ready. Does that mean Batman's not a hero? This is the thing. And this is the thing with Doctor Who Season 11. Because they cast a woman, they decided to throw everything out the window. And I've said this to you before, there is a Doctor Who creative who's actually written some great episodes and some great fiction, and I forgot his name. And he said, I'm really happy that this Doctor isn't arrogant anymore because it upsets the people who think the Doctor Who should be arrogant, flawed and rude. Now, this is coming from a Doctor Who creative. Imagine that. Someone who's worked on this show before deciding and saying that the Doctor shouldn't be rude and arrogant. You see, the problem is with the far left, and I mean the far left. I mean, I'm left, but nowhere left to how some of these people are in the entertainment industry. They want to create this kind of flawlessness within characters. But unfortunately, even if you do create a perfect character, first of all, that's boring. But it's only your ideology of perfection. Just because you say people should act a certain way doesn't mean people should actually act a certain way. One of the many reasons Doctor Who Season 11 and the 13th Doctor's very dull and uninteresting is because she has no flaws. And when you look at the Doctor, every version of the Doctor's always been flawed. And I think this is the thing that he has to change. And I don't care how he does it. I don't care if one of the companions dies, something happens. She must become more arrogant and more selfish. It's very important for the future of this show. And also, she has to stop going at men. It's ridiculous. This is someone who's been a man all her life, apart from this time. To actually make her hate men or calling men out constantly, single fathers. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Listen, Doctor Who's a great character. Jodie Whittaker is clearly good at what she does, but she hasn't been given a chance with the way Chris Chibnall wants to go at this character. And I think it's very important these changes happen. Am I confident that these changes will happen? Of course I'm not. There's no way I have any confidence in this creative team, in this actor currently playing the Doctor, but this is the thing, Jodie and Chris, you can prove us all wrong. You got this Doctor wrong, you got Doctor Who Season 11 wrong, but you can put this right very easily. It's very important. You are making this show for the consumer, not for yourselves and not for your ideology. It's time the Doctor went back to being a doctor.